Welcome to Pepperjam Network how-to videos. My name is Chris Williams and I'm an associate at Pepperjam, and today I'm going to show you how to create dynamic commission terms in your account. In this video, we will discuss the benefits, capabilities, and ways to incentivize publishers with dynamic terms, the rules and conditions available with dynamic commissioning, how to set up dynamic terms within the program, and how to clone dynamic terms. Dynamic commissioning allows you to incentivize and adjust your payouts to publishers based on key performance indicators or KPIs that you have established for the affiliate channel. By creating rules within your program's terms, you can adjust commissions for product lists, individual item SKUs, item categories, coupon code use or specific coupon codes, order amount, quantity of items in the order, number of publisher transactions, and transaction sale amount per month, new versus existing customers, device type, including desktop, mobile, and tablet, creative type, and specific creatives. You can add any number of these rules under a specific term, and later on we will discuss how to create these rules. Dynamic commissioning should be a part of your affiliate strategy, and it is important to consider some of the benefits of dynamic commissioning, such as access to additional publisher data points and analytics such as new to file, coupon code usage, device referrals, and creative details, optimize valued KPIs and help support business goals via the affiliate channel, reward publishers based on specific actions, not just the order, ability to choose default payout at the item level as well as compensate based on the amount of the order and number of quantities in the order, incentivize publishers for driving a given number of transactions in a given sale amount within a month's duration, monitor, report, and reward based on coupon code redemption, commission based on categories, giving the flexibility to incentivize purchases based on a higher or lower margin, allocate your budget more efficiently towards more targeted campaigns, determine incremental lift from a specific placement, analyze the buying process and commission by device type, and also run reports to better understand the value of each publisher within your program. Let's take a look at dynamic program terms. Under the Program tab, you will find Publisher Program Terms. You will see a list of existing terms that you have set for the program, which includes the term name, notating which one is your default term by the yellow highlight, the default payout within each term, cookie duration, date created, assigned publishers, and an action column. You cannot remove terms after saving, so you may want to use the hide button to remove old terms that are no longer in use from your display on this page, to make it easier to manage your active terms. Under the assigned publishers column, you can click on the highlighted number under the term to view all publishers who currently fall under that term. You can click on the term name to view more details on a specific term, including the term ID, payout level, and this can be in the item level applying to each item in the order, or the order level for the total order value, default payout, cookie duration, date created, assigned publishers, and any specific rules that you created for the term. From this view, you can also make this your default term or clone the term, which we will discuss later in this video. Now let's create a term for the program, and we will discuss the different rules that you can add. On the right hand side, click Create New Term. You need to name the term, which should reflect the payout amount, publisher category, new default rate, or something unique. Choose your cookie duration, which is the amount of time that you will credit a publisher for an order after the initial click. You then enter your base payout, which could be a percentage of sale amount or a flat amount. I'm going to use 5% as my base payout for this example. Choose your payout level, whether the payout should apply to each item in the order or for the total order value. For percentage payouts, we recommend using the item level to view item level details in reporting. If you just want to pay out a rate to all publishers without any incentives or rules, you could click Save Term. We highly recommend adding more functionality to your account, and it will only incentivize publishers to change how they promote your brand, resulting in higher KPIs for the channel and better overall success for your program. Now we want to show you how to create rules within your program and set up additional incentives for your publishers. Click the Add New Rule button. You must now name this rule and then choose the payout rule level. I'm going to choose item level and name it order amount in this example. Click Continue. Once you get to this page, you will need to choose the condition the publisher needs to meet in order to earn the additional incentive you are setting for the term. For this demo, and before we save this individual rule, we want to walk you through every condition that exists within dynamic accounts, how you would set up each condition within your program, and the various ways to set up incentives based on conditions. You can add rules based on order conditions, publisher conditions, customer conditions, and creative conditions. First, let's take a look at order conditions. The first option under order conditions is product list, which will allow you to commission differently on an item SKU or group of SKUs. You can manage your product list in the Publisher Program Terms main page and set up many different lists to assign different payouts. You would want to use this option if you have lower or higher margins on specific items and want to commission accordingly. An example would be commissioning 0% on gift cards but paying 5% on everything else. To add this condition, begin typing your list name and hit enter, or click the magnifying glass to search. Now that you have a product list condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting save condition. For our demo today, we are going to continue walking through each condition before we hit save, and we'll show you the next step after we finish covering each. The second option under order conditions is item category, which will apply to items that are within specific categories and will allow you to commission at the category level, instead of the individual SKU level. Please note that this condition is one that has to be integrated within the pixel tracking and cannot be used if it is not being passed within the pixel. You can manage your categories by going to the Program tab and then Item Categories. To add this condition, begin typing your category name and hit enter, or click the magnifying glass to search. Choose the category this condition will apply to and click Save Condition. Now that you have a category condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The third option under order conditions is coupon code. You have 4 options under this condition: coupon code used, coupon code not used, coupon matches, and that needs to be specific, or coupon code starts with. Please note that this condition is one that has to be integrated with the pixel tracking and cannot be used if it is not being passed within the pixel. You would want to use this option if there's a specific code you do not want publishers to receive commission on, or if you want them to use a code specific to the program, for example. Choose the coupon method this condition will apply to and click Save Condition. Now that you have a coupon condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The fourth option under order conditions is for order amount. You would want to use this option to incentivize publishers to drive higher order values or give them less commission if the order does not meet a specific amount. You can choose greater than, equal to, or less than, which will apply to each order total. Choose the option this condition will apply to and click Save Condition. Now that you have an order amount condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The last option under order conditions is for quantity or amount of items per order. You would want to use this option to incentivize publishers on driving orders that have a certain quantity of items. You can choose all items, specific item SKUs, product lists, or item categories, and apply greater than, equal to, or less than for each, which will apply to the specific order amount. One example of setting this up would be incentivizing a publisher to promote a specific product that you are looking to liquidate on the site. You could give them additional commissions for any order that contained more than 5 of a specific SKU. Choose the option this condition will apply to and click Save Condition. Now that you have a product list condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. Now let's look at publisher conditions. The first option under publisher conditions is number of transactions by publisher. This will apply when the number of transactions in a month meets the threshold you have assigned. You would want to use this condition to incentivize publishers to drive more orders each month. Choose the number of transactions you would like to apply to the condition and click Save Condition. Now that you have a number of transactions condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The second option under publisher conditions is transaction sale amount by publisher. This will apply when the sales amount in a month by publishers meets the threshold you have assigned. You would want to use this condition to incentivize publishers to drive higher sales amounts. You are only giving higher commissions when they achieve higher sales revenue, so it incentivizes them to drive more for your program because they will earn more. Choose the transaction sale amount you would like to apply to this condition and click Save Condition. Now that you have a transaction sale amount condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met, after hitting Save Condition. The next set of conditions available are customer conditions. The first option under customer conditions is New to File or New Customer Transactions. Please note that this condition is one that needs to be integrated within the pixel tracking and cannot be used if it is not being passed within the pixel. When integrating the condition, you will want to determine what your pixel will track as a new customer versus an existing customer. For example, you may say that a new customer is only when they are using a completely new email or info for their purchase. However, you might also consider a new customer someone that has not purchased from your site in a year or 6 months. Develop this strategy based on how you value new customers, and make sure your pixel is set up to track new to file customer information correctly before using this condition. You will want to use this option to incentivize publishers to drive new customers to your site. Once finished, click Save Condition. Now that you have a new to file condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action item that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The second option under customer conditions is device type. You can create this condition based on whether the sale is or is not on a mobile device, tablet, or desktop. You would want to use this option to incentivize publishers to drive a higher amount of mobile orders instead of desktop orders. Now that you have a device type condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The final set of conditions are creative conditions. The first option under creative conditions is creative type. You would want to use this condition to incentivize publishers to use one specific creative type in your program, such as a product feed to promote your brand. You can create this condition based on whether or not a sale came from a certain type of creative. Now that you have a creative type condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. The second rule option under creative conditions is specific creative. You would want to use this option if you are running a placement with a publisher and wanted to track the performance of that placement. This would assure that the publisher is using the specific creative you have set up for them, because you are commissioning them on that creative ID. Each creative you have in your program has a unique ID, and you can set this condition to apply to one creative or a list of creatives. Now that you have a specific creative condition for your rule, you will need to choose an action that will apply when this condition is met after hitting Save Condition. To now show how to set up rules conditions and the action for each, I will walk you through the process in two conditions, being order amount and new to file customer. For the order amount, I'm going to have the condition apply when the order is greater than 50. Now hit Save Condition and you will be able to apply the action. You could now choose how you want to incentivize publishers when this condition is met. You could add a percentage to the base payout or a flat dollar amount, or you can make the payout equal to a percentage or flat payout. If you choose the Add option, this will add whatever amount you list to the base payout. For example, we will give the publisher an additional 2% for all orders over $50 by choosing Add Percentage and then putting 2 in the box here. After adding this, then click Add New Rule. To add new rule in the New to File condition for this term, name this rule New to File. Then choose Item Level and hit Continue. Go to the Customer conditions and choose New to File. Then hit Save Condition and you will be able to apply the action. For this example, we will give publishers an additional 3% for all orders that were placed by new customers. You could also add multiple conditions to one rule by clicking Add New Condition. For this example, I will set up a new rule with 2 conditions. Click Add New Rule, and I will name this Multiple Conditions. I'm first adding the New to File condition and saving. I will now click Add New Condition. And we'll choose order amount is greater than 50. Now I'm going to choose the action equals percentage and choose 7. This is now stating that the order has to be greater than 50 and the customer has to be new for the publisher to get a 7% commission on this order. Both conditions must be met, or the publisher will not get the additional commission and instead would receive the base payout of 5%. Before clicking Save Term, which would then have this program term set up for your program, I want to show you a few additional features and things to note with dynamic commissioning. Keep in mind that the payouts will go in order of how the rules are set up. When looking at this example, the publisher would be set up for the base payout, and then the system would check to see if the order amount is met, and then check to see if it was a new to file customer. If you wanted to first check for a new to file customer and value that rule more, you could change the sequence of rules before saving by clicking on the arrows on the left and move the rules around. It is important to note that the action equals percentage or equals flat amount should always be last in the sequence. This means that the payout will not be higher than that rate. From reviewing these examples, instead of the publisher receiving 8% total commission on the order for meeting rules, you are capping this at 7% for the rules you have set up. After having the sequence and your rules set up, you could then click Save Term, and this will be a new program term available in your program to issue to publishers and will display within your active program terms on this page. The last option you have for dynamic terms is to clone an existing term that is set up to add more in rules and conditions for your publishers. You could do this by clicking on the terms you wish to clone, and in this example I will click the new customer term. You could then hit Clone Term and can set up the new payouts and rules from this screen. Give the term a new name and go through and make edits or additions that you need to make for the new term. It is important to note that you should hit the Transfer Publishers checkbox prior to saving this to automatically move all publishers that were in this old term into the new clone term. Once you finish, you will choose Save Term and it will now be set up within the program. I hope this was a helpful demonstration on setting up dynamic commissions and showing you the benefits of doing so for your program on Pepperjam. That is the end of our video. Thank you for watching.